Colossi. And Spanishwa has seen those Colossi that are being made right now, and the Thermal Lance is also being upgraded, and hopefully Spanishwa will be able to come through this. If not, then Cruncher has this game in the bag. And looking at the Harvester tab, we see that Cruncher is way ahead in resources, so that is not good for Spanishwa. Definitely not good at all. That blow on Spanishwa's base really hurt him, but he's starting to recover. And Zerglings drop actually on the way to Cruncher's expansion. Very interesting. However, those cannons were probably going to tear through the Zerglings. And there's some zealot harass going on over here, and Zerglings coming in to stop it. Those zealots will probably be overwhelmed. Yes, they will, especially with adrenal glands on the way. Once it finishes, zealots will be very ineffective against the Zerglings unless they're very heavily upgraded. Now, Infestors are my favorite unit, so I hope he gets to use them very well in the battle coming up. And 5 Ultralisks. You don't see that every day, especially with the new patches coming out that have nerfed, or that have came out that have nerfed Ultralisks to the ground pretty much. I hope they get a buff in future patches, because they have certainly lost much of their use. However, they are effective in going in against a Protoss Death Ball, which is made of Colossi, V-Rays, and Stalkers. And getting that ground Carapace level 3 will make his Ultralisks practically invincible, almost, with a huge amount of armor. And when that finishes, the plating for Ultras as well. And oh my, he's making 4 more Ultralisks. This is like unheard of almost. And big battle going on over here with the Zerglings, but those Colossi are tearing through them. Not much Spanishwa can do. This may be the end of Spanishwa. I'm not entirely sure. Futile attempt to burrow his Zerglings there. And there's an observer just chilling over his gold expo, so that may be where the first attack is staged. I do not believe he sees those Ultralisks though. He might be about to. And if he was looking there, then he would have seen that one, but I'm not entirely sure. And there is a Baneling's nest going down now, so we may end up, after all, seeing those Baneling drops. I hope we do, because I just love Baneling drops. They're so fun to watch. And Blink being researched along with weapons level 3. And those Ultralisks are going to rip through the Stalkers if he gets the chance. And a Fungal Growth, a very nice combo. Stalkers are just getting torn apart, since they deal bonus damage towards armors. 43, that is humongous. Now all he has left are Colossi, but those Colossi may spell the end of Spanishwa. When there's that many, it takes a lot of air units, such as Corruptors, to kill him. Ultras really won't be able to do anything at all. Even more Ultras on the way, actually, with more Zerglings. Not entirely sure what Spanishwa is trying to do here. Oh, and very nice Fungal Growth. Very nice. Killing those Colossi with the Ultralisks. And if he can get up no more Infestors with enough energy. So he's just chasing the Colossi down, hurting their health, so that'll help in future conflicts. Now, more Infestors being made for the Fungal Growth. And man, that is a really dirty combo. Fungal Growth with Ultralisks. Whew, if the Ultralisks had a charge ability, that would even be better. But I don't foresee that happening. And they're just getting picked off by the Colossi right now. They're chasing, and they're coming back. And yeah, they're coming back, it looks like. Going back to the Harvester and Resource tab, we can see that Cruncher is starting to lose his lead. Big lead, almost. Spanishwa may be beginning to catch up. I'm not entirely sure, but Cruncher does have a very larger amount of income than Spanishwa does, so that's still not good for him. Spanishwa thus far has been able to hold off Cruncher's attack, but he did end up losing a hatchery. And we're seeing Queens here, so those will be very, very effective in transfusing the Ultralisks to maximum health. Queens are very useful in Zerg armies, I've learned recently, especially from watching Spanishiwa, because if you have enough queens, you can just transfuse so much that your Ultralisks are practically invincible. Now, Cruncher is continuing with the Mass Colossi build with some more Photon Cannons going down at another Expo. This guy will not stop expoing his Protoss. And Neural Parasite being researched. I'm very happy about that, because I really hope he does take control of some of those Colossi to ease the burden of his Ultralisks. But there's just so much production going on right now, from units to buildings and whatnot, and upgrades. Cruncher's army is looking pretty deadly with that 3-3 upgrade, but Spanishiwa's armor and attack can counter that. And he sees the proxy there, so he's just going to take those out probably. Or that one out. And more zealots happening over here, who will be quickly overwhelmed by the Zerglings with adrenal glands. StarCraft 1 adrenal glands were much better, but they still have a very effective use right in here. StarCraft 2. If you're tier 3 as a Zerg and you're using Zerglings and you don't have adrenal glands, you should probably slap yourself. Just kidding, but at least punch yourself. And Immortal coming out for those Ultralisks. I'm not sure if Immortals will be the best choice here, unless he'll need a lot of Immortals to do a dent in those Ultras. And Empty Overlord is coming over. Not sure what he's trying to do. He may be trying to fake out Cruncher by thinking there's units in them, and his ground army is moving over here. And oh my, I think that is what he's doing, that he has left his expo wide open for Spanishiwa to attack, and all those probes here. If he loses these probes, that'll set Cruncher behind so far. And now the Zerglings have been spotted. Cruncher is still heading over towards the Overlords, and he's only starting to move his army back, but that will give Spanishiwa all the time he needs to take out this Expo, and the probes aren't fleeing either. And here comes the Ultralisk heading into the supply line. Well, not yet, but he's about to take out the Zealots. And probes are starting to retreat, but if he can... Oh, he didn't fungal the probes. I thought he would do that. Oh well. But Cruncher's army has arrived, but that was a very effective blow to Cruncher's supply. Or not supply, income. My apologies. Ultralisks are just being destroyed by those Colossi. Poor Ultralisks. Even more being made for Spanishiwa, jeez. And more Zerglings too, for that matter. And he's only beginning to expo down here. I think he should have done that much earlier to counter Cruncher's expoing. Expanding, I should say. And on income, Cruncher is still very far ahead of Spanishiwa. Spanishiwa has just been so caught up in making an army that he's forgotten to keep on making probes. I don't know. And wow, all of his Colossi may be lost here. Almost all of them. Those fungal growths, and there they go. Cruncher's army is destroyed. With 2 Stargates up still. He still has 2 Stargates, but he seems to not be making any more units besides Colossi right now. So Spanishiwa decides to attack, which he is. Cruncher is put at a very bad position right now. 1 Immortal and 2 Zealots can't stop this many units. This may be GG for Cruncher very soon. All these probes are about to die. He has this base way oversaturated because Spanishiwa has not let him expand anymore. So even though Spanishiwa did not have the economic advantage, he still managed to keep on pressure on Cruncher and managed to thwart all of his attempts at gaining a huge lead in his economy. And Ultras are just picking off all these probes. This one's an assassin now, it's pretty badass. And here comes more Ultras on the way with Infestors and Zerglings. And Cruncher is pretty much just screwed right now. No supply for him. No production. This really looks like GG for Cruncher. Looking at income again. He's losing probes still. He's almost equal with Spanishwa now, except the big difference is Spanishiwa's drones aren't being wasted like right here with Cruncher's probes. And this Ultra may take down these guys, and oh, sadly, I find it really stupid how... Oh, and there's a GG by Cruncher. That was a very good game, but like I was saying, I find it very stupid that Zealots can kill Ultralisks that fast. But that was a very, very nice game, considering Spanishwa was at the economic disadvantage most of the game, but he still managed to pull through, even though Cruncher had expanded almost all on his entire side of the map. But I really like that Overlord dupe that he had up here. That, I think, let him win the game there, drawing Cruncher's army all the way back to his main base while attacking the farthest expo away. That utterly destroyed his army there, that move with the fungal growths and Ultralisk combo. When you see this many probes on just one mineral line, that usually indicates there's a problem. And there's some V-Rays coming up, but they weren't going to do anything at all. Spanishwa could have easily transitioned into air, or he just could have killed them with Invested Terran. But all in all, that was an amazing game. Great for both sides. If you like this video, please leave a comment, rate, or subscribe. That would greatly be appreciated. We're getting on our way right now with 7 subscribers, I believe, and if you subscribe, that would really help us out. Thanks for watching. Bye.